What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Lamont's Gym and Custom Knives Show, the number 3 podcast. Today's show, y'all, is very, very special. I have a special guest, my wife. As I told you earlier, both her and my daughter started another business. And I promised you guys a collab, a show to allow her to explain her business. But first of all, let her explain something about herself. And she's going to tell you about what they plan to do, the goals in the business, and all that good stuff. Without further ado, let me get to this. Give me 1 second. All right, I want to welcome my wife, y'all, Artisha Ritchie. Artisha, tell us something about yourself.
Well, like my husband said, my name is Artisha Ritchie. He and I've been married for going on 18 years and everything. And through these 18 years, he have put up with me and my shenanigans. So with this new venture, I'm so excited that he allowed me to come on his podcast to be able just to show and tell my vision for my whole outlook for my business.
All right, Artisha, that's good news. Tell me, or tell the audience, how did you and Mackenzie come up with this idea?
Well, it's sort of embarrassing how we came up with the idea. For those who know me and those who not, I love clothes. I absolutely love shopping. I love trying to change up my look. And so what happened, Mackenzie went into my closet because she was looking for a shirt for herself. And I had so many clothes in there, y'all. You could not even get probably a piece of paper to slide through each of them. And so she was like, Mama, you always going on these different lives, buying all these clothes, spending $100 at a time. Won't you do that? It seemed like you enjoy watching it. Why not just sell? So that was really my vision. And also with you fussing at me about me receiving packages every day.
The audience may not know this. Now, you and Mackenzie had a business years ago when I started my podcast, I used y'all business as one of my sponsors. Could you tell all the audience a little bit about that?
Well, she was in 4th grade when we came up with this venture, and she was still young, but we came up with something called Mystic Designs. And what Mystic Designs was, she would really create different types of jewelry designs, and I would assist her with putting everything together, and we would sell jewelry. Usually it'd be cute little bracelets and everything we would have for different occasions. For example, breast cancer, autism week, domestic violence week, and just general Christmas bracelet, different seasonal bracelets that we would come up with, and it did awesome. The problem was, again, she's in the 4th grade. She has low attention span. So we was getting all these customers, and I was having to do all the work. And at the time, I had a job where I was driving an hour or two and an hour back. So I really didn't have the time really to put into that. So we sort of let that business die down a little bit.
Okay. If you guys go on my eBay, you can actually still find some of their products on my eBay. I doubt if you can buy it because I haven't put a price tag on it. But anyway, so let's get into the business side of this. So I told you guys about the lady who went to the White House, and she was thanking the administration for no taxes on tips. She said she was a DoorDasher, and she made 6 figures. Now, I'm thinking, that's you have to work night and day to do that as a DoorDasher. But on the opposite side of that, today is April 14th. Tomorrow is tax day. So I'm pretty sure that the tax burden on her won't be as bad. Have you and Mackenzie sit down and thought about, do y'all have to pay taxes on the products you sell? Do y'all have to sign any type of e-forms or anything?
Well, what I actually do, I do charge taxes on my products because I am going to pay taxes to avoid a whole big mess, because I really want this business to be legit. In order for it to be legit, you have to put in your taxes and you have to do things the right way. So I am teaching her to do things the right way. So yes, we do charge a sales tax, an Alabama sales tax. Now, most of our clients that we have so far they have been like Washington, we have New York, California. So what I'm doing is doing more research to see if I need to do the taxes based in their area or the taxes in Alabama, because right now I'm just doing Alabama tax.
Okay. That's interesting. One thing that I didn't alert the audience to, y'all got a ton of equipment in yesterday. Your label printers and all that good stuff. Tell them who set all that up.
Well, my 16-year-old daughter, because y'all, I have the spirit of my dad. You know, God rest his soul. If I don't get something the first time, I'll be like, you know what, forget it. Let's go buy something else. And she was like, no, Mama, we're not gonna do that. I'm gonna figure this out. So the label printer is so much better because we be able to print out our labels and put on our packages and get it mailed off. So she is the one who came up with like, okay, let me brainstorm this, let me get it to working, and she did have it working.
Okay. So on my Twitter feed, my X feed, I have probably 45% females who follow my page. Now, when you're dealing with female clothing, tell the audience a little bit about your clientele.
Well, one of the other inspirations that I had for my business is being a plus size lady diva, may I add. A lot of times it's very difficult for us to find clothing to fit our body shapes. And one of the downfalls that I have, since I had my weight loss, I still have very, very flabby arms. And it's hard to find nice outfits to be able to, to compliment me for that. So I have been successful with locating different vendors in order to get a lot of my items that, would cater to those who have the large arms, cater to plus size women. I also have smaller sizes. So we range from small way up to a 5X. So I wanted to make sure that I made my clothing available for all sizes.
Okay, going into this venture, did you and Mackenzie see someone on Facebook or Twitter or X that said, I love the way that they do their platform. I kind of want to model my platform after this. Anybody?
Well, not necessarily. I don't know if you asking me if anybody looked at anything that we're doing and said that they respect it or something. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, sort of like okay, you go on Facebook and you see Madam X, and she's selling clothes, selling necklaces, selling products, and you love the way she operates her platform. If there's anybody out there you'd like to give a shout out to because they did what you're doing.
I have so many favorite vendors. I have several. One of them, she is Gorgeous Butterfly, and she's based out of Alabama. I love her platform. She's an inspiration for me because I have watched her go from her first live into where she is now, and she has a very high clientele, very nice, affordable items. So she's one of my sheroes when it comes to this business. Also, we have Toolies and Accessories. Miss Felicia Asbury and her daughter. They were some more people who I watched and I admire them because they would have beautiful products, stuff that you really can't find yourself in stores. They would sell beautiful products as in clothes, jewelry and accessories and stuff. So I really respected them. And also Desiree Thomas. She got me started being hooked on these things. So if you want to get mad at anybody, get mad at Desiree because it's her fault. But she would have beautiful, beautiful, beautiful things on her platform that she would sell and I would buy. So I'm just basically mimicking off these ladies and how they run their business, how they price their items, even how they promote their items and stuff. I respect it. And so basically I lean on them to watch them to be able to understand what I need to do.
Okay. So as we get ready to conclude, tell the audience a little bit how you guys, what you see in the future. What's your goals?
Well, my goal is just really this teaching my daughter because our daughter, she's trying to find a job. So she applied to everywhere, and she was getting very discouraged. And so part of my idea of coming up with this business to tell her, hey, you don't have to rely on them. Let's get our own business. Let's get your own money so that you can be your own boss. You can set your own hours. And so pretty much that's my inspiration to this. I plan to grow so big that I grow out of my living room that I'm set up right now to have to get my own little personal building to be able to store my items. So that's what I see in the future. And we have so far, we just did one live. And that live was very, very successful. We're scheduled to do several more lives. So if you are interested in checking us out, you can find us on Artisha McKenzie Ritchie at Facebook.com. Again, that's ARTISHA McKenzie McKenzie Ritchie RICHEY. We will have daily drops of different items that we're selling, and also I will have schedules of the different platforms that we will be on selling our beautiful items. So I hope that this podcast helps the business grow, because if we grow, that's less than me having to get in your pockets. So thank you for having me on.
So you gave them the address, so they could get a hold of it. I'm also going to put this on Rumble and Twitter. All the information will be in the description. I will put this on Facebook under Velmont. So I appreciate you guys. I love you. And as always, in the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, we keep him first. I'll check you next time.